expensive, we're staying at room 13. Usually airy and usually very, and that's just how my life goes. And I don't ever try to dress to impress. Fuck you, preppy asshole. On the 14th floor where the bathroom door don't lie. So happy we don't gotta worry about the cops. We could all get arrested for this, but when the police mix, I don't give a shit tonight. Alright. Now she walks in the bedroom fast, despite all the noise from the crowd. Now she's bedless on the bathroom sink. Her mother would be so proud. Gets on a deed and there's a line to go pee, but the bathroom looks like a war zone.
Welcome into episode 60 of Phired Up, presented by Belly Up Media. Check them out at bellyupsports.com. You can also check all the good stuff we have on our website at phiredupsports.com. A lot of good content, especially Eagles. The Eagles articles, Dom, you posted one the other day. You too, Chris. It's been good stuff going on over there. I'm Mike Gilletto. Joining me as always is Dom Console. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself, Christian? We also have Christian Lucia with us. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Ready to get this episode in.
Yeah, absolutely.
60. I can't believe it.
Episode 60. It's been crazy. What, last April, right? It's been a little real.
Yeah.
First week of May, something like that.
It was like we talked about this recently. It was like
that's right. It was the week before the NFL draft, I believe.
Yep. It was like
absolutely.
April 20 something.
Yep, absolutely. Michael is alive. He's doing well. I was worried. I was worried for a second because he's been missing the last few shows, and I was getting a little worried. I thought we scared him off finally.
Well, I was gonna say. Go ahead. Say what you were gonna say.
No, it's fine. What did you have? Because
I was gonna say before we get into sports, I wanted to touch on a couple things.
Okay.
First up, just want to come on here and say Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you.
From the pod to you.
Okay.
And secondly, our friend here is going to Europe. He's going to Italy. I wanted to touch on that a little bit. Last week we were talking. We were like, "Oh, I'm going to miss the show next week," and then all of a sudden he texted us and said, "Wait, I'm leaving Tuesday." So I was just kind of wanted to get into that a little bit.
Yeah, wound up my wife telling me I thought we were leaving Monday night. We're leaving Tuesday night. So I made sure to text Dom and say, "Yo, don't worry about it. I'll be there. For the pod."
No, yeah. I think I said that's a good thing. I texted you back. I was like, "Oh, that's a great thing."
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But before we will touch on the Italy trip, I just got to get it in because it's the listen. You had an extra night to make sure your boys are doing all right, right? So we gotta talk about Manscaped right before we kind of get started here. Yeah, I mean, they're the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code FIREDUP at manscaped.com. If my math is correct, that's about 8 million balls. Listen, the Performance Package 4.0 has arrived, and it is a game changer. Inside this package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold your goodies. First off, the Lawnmower 4.0, I mean, this trimmer is the future of grooming and, dare I say, the greatest ball trimmer ever. Their 4th-generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof and also has a 400K LED spotlight. This way you have more, you can have a nice, precise shave, see what you're doing. Because this trimmer is waterproof, you can say goodbye to the mess on the bathroom floor. You thought that was good, but want to take your grooming game even further to the next level? The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer. Listen, they got more than just below the waist. You know what I mean? They're working on the whole body here. Their Crop Preserver ball deodorant and Crop Reviver ball toner will change the way you approach your hygiene routine. Trust me when I say this, fella, your balls will thank you. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts with the Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Bring your comfort in boxers to another level. It's time to take care of yourself, so go to manscaped.com and get 20% off plus free shipping with code FIREDUP. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code FIREDUP at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. So yeah, I mean, you kind of get into trail because I do want to hear about it. What kind of the plans are, how long you're going to be away.
First off, speaking about Manscaped, thank God for that 20% off. I was able to buy my uncles, my cousins. Everybody's getting all Manscaped up for.
I love it.
For Father's Day. So it definitely was a huge help to get that 20% off on top of the amazing deals that they're running right now.
Absolutely. And listen, just because Father's Day is over doesn't mean you have to stop with the Manscaped. It's a year-round thing, you know. I mean, you gotta take care of your boys. You know what I'm saying?
365 days, baby.
Exactly.
We're coming up on a leap year, Dom.
Oh, 366?
Yeah,
Yep.
365 and a
I always
quarter.
get that confused. Like, I can never remember if it's 365 plus the 66 or if it's 64 plus 60, with the 65.
I think it's 365 and a quarter is the
So
way that
66?
it adds up because it takes 300 and whatever. I'm not here.
I'm not a science guy.
I'm not a math and science guy.
Yeah.
I took a class in college. I think I barely passed.
That's not this type of show.
But Italy. What can I say about Italy? I don't know much. This was a Christmas gift from my wife to me, so I let her plan a ton of the trip out herself. I do know that we're going into Rome.
Okay.
I do know that we will be making a stop on the Amalfi Coast.
Okay.
I do know that we'll hit Naples at some point. I know we'll hit Sicily at some point, and I know that we'll hit Venice at one point. And I don't know what we're doing in any of those places.
Yeah, so
that's where we're going.
Now, are you flying out of Philly? Or are you driving to New York?
Direct from Philly.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's not easy to get.
No, I know. I was super surprised. I mean, we paid a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, you pay the extra. It's either you pay the extra for the flight or extra to get to Newark or New York or it kind of evens out. I'd much rather fly out of Philly than having to drive up to. I flew to Portland like 2.5 years ago, like 2 years ago, and right before COVID, and we drove up to Newark to save money, and it's like it saved us what, like $60 about gas and toll. You know what I mean? It just kind of evened out. So like. That kind of sucked a little bit, but yeah, it's super hard to get flights out of Philly. That's great though. Now, sorry, I'm super into the flights. Where are you? Where are you? Where do you go for? Where do you land?
We land in Rome.
In Rome, okay. How long is that flight?
7 hours.
That's not awful. Okay,
no,
it's not bad.
No, LA was like 5.
It's every bit of 5.5 to 6 hours.
It's 5. It was 5 hours and 10 minutes there, and then on the way home in the air. So we had a layover. It was probably closer to like 6.5.
Right.
On the way home. So it was like probably like 2.5 on the way to New Orleans, and then like 3 from New Orleans to
You're
here.
Throwing a lot of numbers at me. We're math and science pod this podcast.
So it was like 5.5 on the way home, 6. So
now, Chris, how long are you going to be over there?
11 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
No, I can't wait. I do know she slipped up and she let me know that we'll be in Sicily. We'll be doing like. You guys a fan of The Godfather, the movie, the original The Godfather? Like not The Godfather 2. I know everybody says number 2 is better, but
okay. So before we get into this, there's
a whole podcast.
There's a bit of a debate with Mike and The Godfather.
Is it even a debate? I just think it's overrated. Like I'm not a huge fan of The Godfather.
But it says the guy whose favorite movie is 8 Mile. So like
that's not true. That's not just super bad's up there for me.
Okay. I will say this: 8 Mile is probably one of the best soundtracks of all time.
It's great. It's fantastic. I agree. I just think it's just overrated. Like it's a fine movie. I'm just not a huge fan.
I know we will be doing a Godfather tour in Sicily.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And then in Naples we'll be doing Pompeii tour. That's all.
Okay.
That's okay. Really, I really try to stay out of it.
Pompeii is like it's like 30 minutes south or something, right? Of like
yeah.
Rome.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. When I was like 8 or 9, like, dude, like, I was obsessed with Pompeii. I don't know why. Like, just people that like were covered in. I don't know. It was weird, but I remember like we're like 8 or 9 years old, like watching like the movie of the week, and like it was like Pompeii was one of them. Dude, I was hyped.
I remember one of my wife's friends thinks that Pompeii is a never happened.
Oh,
she truly believes like it's fake and that that it never happened.
I mean, I'd have to see the facts.
Yeah.
I'd have to see the argument.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it to have any sort of opinion. Listen, I love a good conspiracy theory, so I'm all ears.
Yeah,
I'll hear anything.
Yo, speaking of Shuvie with that comment, my man just finished his 4th cycle of chemo. So
all right,
awesome.
There we go.
He's doing his thing. He's out there. He's hoping for some good news from New
Yeah.
York up there, but he's been truly fighting it. So I'm proud of him every day, man. Keep it up, Shuv.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep it up. We're thinking of him for sure.
Yep.
All right, yeah. I mean, do you kind of want to go? I guess we'll go Phillies, right? Because I mean, we got a little Phillies to talk about, and then we got our giveaway. We'll do in a little bit when we're done talking about the Phillies. But they're red hot, right? 15 of the last 18, 2 or 3 against Miami, then 4 and 5. Almost had the 5-game sweep. Could have had it against Washington. They're hot. I mean, they're hitting the ball. I don't know what to expect of this Bryce Harper injury. Infections, blisters. I don't really know what to make, but they're playing well. They haven't played anybody great, obviously, over the last 2.5 weeks.
You can only play who's on the schedule.
You play who's on your schedule, exactly. And listen, they're playing good ball.
If you can beat the bad teams and split with the good teams, you'll make the playoffs.
Yep.
See, and like that's the issue that they've had too. It's like the last couple of years. It's they put up. What was it last year? They put up a fight against the Mets, but then like they would lose to Miami. So like. At least they're beating bad teams now.
Yeah. The Nationals really do stink too. By the way, like how did they just
really
win the World
bad.
Series like 3 years ago? Like they fell off hard,
dude. And like, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, Soto's a great player. Like Soto, and if you can have Bell on your team, like whenever he plays the Phillies.
Yep.
Josh Bell is so underrated. He's such a good base player, and I'm not even saying that because he's on my fantasy team, but like he's just consistent, like just underrated, consistent player. Like you said, Soto could be a top 5 player, if his team was winning, I guess. But
he's got a very punchable face. I hate Juan Soto.
Yeah, no, I hate him too, but he's a great player.
He is a great player.
Even their pitching, Strasburg and Patrick Corbin, who remember like 3 years ago, us Phillies fans were like, "Well, let's go get Corbin. Let's go get Corbin."
He was the cream of the crop. He was the cream of the crop of free agency that one year.
Right.
And then he hasn't done anything since.
Well, that's not true. His first like 2 years there were well, at least his first year was pretty solid. And then I don't know how he was last year. I guess last year was the second year. This is either
like
second
that.
or third.
Yeah.
But what did they win? 19?
They won in 19, yes.
So I guess that was his first year there. So it's his 4th year now.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
so his first 2 years were good.
They're just not good.
Yeah. And then you lose Scherzer and
yeah, you lose Scherzer, Rendon, Trey Turner.
Yeah.
Well, Rendon hasn't played like more than 60 games in the last 3 years. He's been in I was gonna say Anaheim, but LA.
Is it still the LA Angels of Anaheim? Is that still there?
You know what? I looked this up right when I got back from LA.
Okay.
And they changed it like 100 times, so I can't remember. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, go ahead. Talk amongst yourselves.
You guys could talk. See, this is why we got the third host right here, right?
That is true. But Kylie does say Reese for Bell, who says no. Would you do that, Trey?
Reese has been on fire lately.
He has been.
Sign me up.
Sign you up.
Sign me up. But it ain't gonna happen.
Nah, I mean that trade probably doesn't really make sense for either team, but
well, I guess to your point, it kind of could make sense for the Phillies because you got Josh Bell for the rest of the year. If he's I think he's a free agent at the end of this year.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work out, then you got Alec Bohm to move over there like you wanted
True.
to, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I mean, maybe it could work. I don't know why the Nationals would do that. Like that, they're gonna trade Bell for like a prospect or something like that.
Okay, you want to hear how dumb the LA Angels are?
I
So
already know
from
they're very dumb. They're a pathetic
61
organization.
61 to 65 were the LA Angels. 65 to 96, they were the California Angels, which they should just be.
Yep. Agreed.
Then from 97 to 04, they were the Anaheim Angels. Then 05 to 15, they were the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And now they're just the Los Angeles Angels again.
Yep. Oh, so they're not the Anaheim anymore. They
No, that was until 2015.
They dropped Anaheim. I mean, it makes sense
Correct.
because that was a ridiculous name.
Either just be the California Angels, the Anaheim Angels, or one of those two.
Right.
That just looks like a team that can't get it together since 05. Or was that 03? When
What's
they
that?
02 they won, right?
02 they won, and then they
Troy
went
Glaus.
to I don't think they went to another World Series. I think they went to a pennant though. I think they went to another pennant right after that World Series.
Yeah, they can't get it right.
Yeah. I'm going to look it up. Hold on. They were a wild card team in 2002.
Were they?
Yeah.
Well, they had a good team back then. I wouldn't, Mike, that's not the team to ask for today. I don't know if I can name the
Yeah.
02 Angels.
I don't think I can name a single guy in the 02 Angels.
I know I got Troy Glaus. That's the only person.
Was Weaver on that team?
Probably.
I don't know. I was
Tim
looking.
Edmonds,
I was looking at teams to do, before the show started, and I was gonna go right around the time frame. It was gonna be 04. Then I looked at the roster. I was like, there's no chance.
Yeah. I would say anything from like 06 on.
I do have two teams. There's one in 09 and one in 2012.
Okay, no, that's perfect. So I would say the championship 04, 05 teams are probably a little bit easier.
Well, I was gonna do
random
because the logo obviously doesn't exist anymore. I was gonna do the Montreal Expos. I thought that would have been cool. I was gonna pick the very last Montreal Expos team, but you could probably name one guy on that team. Exactly. It stops there.
Yeah.
Ronnie Belladari or Bella, whatever his name was. I remember him. He used to be a Phillies crusher. The only guy I can name on the 02 is Troy Glaus for the simple fact that he was in backyard baseball.
Yeah.
And I always wanted him on my team in backyard baseball.
Yeah. I know Edmonds played for the Angels. I just can't remember if it was 02.
Did he? I know he was on the Cardinals as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time in St. Louis, I believe, right? That's the majority of his career, wasn't it?
Talk about an underrated game for a kid. Like backyard baseball, backyard football.
The whole series was great.
Yeah.
The whole series was great. Absolutely.
Yeah. Who's the little guy? Pablo?
Pablo St.
Yeah.
Pablo kills it.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. He's a multi-sport phenom.
Stud. He's a stud. Just fast.
I think his sister too, the one with the little teddy bear who used to
His
come
sister?
up. Yeah. The
I
girl
didn't know his sister.
with the pigtails and the teddy bear.
Okay.
She might have actually been bigger than him.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Pablo used to come up and his bat used to be touching the ground.
And then he hit missiles. Yeah. It's nuts.
Yeah. And then he ran the bases, just fast as hell. He's great. He's a five-tool athlete there.
I used to find a glitch in that game. I know we're getting off topic, but if
that's what we do.
Game Boy SP, right? If you used to take it and throw it to first and move your first baseman running away, the guy would automatically advance to second, and you would just be able to throw him out every single time they got a hit.
Okay.
Every single time.
I remember backyard baseball, like you know how you mentioned they would have real players. I always remember Randy Johnson.
Yeah.
The tall, lanky, Southern guy
with his hair coming out the bottom, and it's blonde hair.
Yeah, I think he wore the Seattle hat. He was either Seattle or Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona.
I
was always trying to get Ichiro. that was my guy.
Yeah, Ichiro.
Jeter was unstoppable.
All right, don't make me. I'm about to look up a list of players that were in backyard baseball.
I think it came out in was it 02 or 04? It was right around that time.
Ken Griffey Jr., Bonds. That was the only game that Bonds. Do you guys remember in?
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Never play let his name go on anything. It would always be John Dowds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right fielder John Dowds, and you knew it was Barry Bonds because the guy was rated a 99 overall. But Barry Bonds just would not allow his name in the game.
Yeah, I used to have fun throwing at John Dowd's head. Yep.
Dob was not a fan of Barry Bonds. That's not a
still
surprise.
I'm not. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up players.
Okay.
It's giving me the top 10 players, non professional players.
Mike Piazza was on it.
That's right, he was. We are completely
Dude,
off topic here.
every single list has Pablo Sanchez as number 1.
Pablo Sanchez was the GOAT.
Yeah.
Him and the two Weber sisters.
How about Pete Wheeler, the tall, like orange hair kid?
The kid that looked
Okay,
like...
so I have a list.
Okay, there you go.
Barry Larkin, Vladimir Guerrero, Jeff Bagwell, Larry Walker, Chipper Jones, Derek Jeter, Mike Piazza, Tony Gwynn, Ken Griffey Jr., Cal Ripken Jr., Ivan Rodriguez, and Randy Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Blast from the past for you.
Absolutely.
Great game. If I had that right now on my Game Boy SP, and I had that with me tomorrow, I'd be playing that the entire flight.
Wait, hold on.
I used to play on.
Hold
PC.
on. They released a backyard baseball game in 2015.
I think I remember that, but it was like shitty.
Awful. It's
on iOS and Android. It was like I guess a mobile game.
Yeah, I remember that. It was terrible.
Huh. Whoa, what do you know? I did not realize that. All right.
I'll tell you one person that wouldn't be in backyard baseball today.
Who's that?
Reese Hoskins.
They might not be able to afford those guys today.
Yeah.
Maybe the list I have is wrong because Michael said Sammy Sosa was in the game.
No, he was in the 04 one. Sosa was in the 04 one. I remember that because I had it hanging on my wall. Do you remember back then in the games they'd give you like little posters?
Yep.
Yeah.
I had the Piazza 04 one like hanging over my bed.
Dude, they used to have it was like posters and like even in the game like they used to have like them sitting on a bench.
Yep.
Like remember when you used to pick your team?
Yep.
I had that poster.
Okay. We are completely off topic here. Back to the Phillies. There really isn't much because there's an off day. They've been hot, play bad teams, whatever. Should we read into this Bryce Harper thing? Like, what's going on with Bryce Harper? It's very bizarre to me.
I think it's just like a callus or like a blister.
It's a blister. It's a blister, but apparently it's infected. How
does that happen?
I don't know.
Like, how does that happen to like a professional baseball player?
Right.
The same way that happens to Zach Wheeler with his hangnail. Like, how does that happen?
Yeah,
baseball players in general have the oddest injuries.
But like,
do you remember a couple years?
You're like a $1 billion company that has like the best doctors ever. Like, how do you not like the best trainers ever? Like, how do you not like?
Like in general, they have weird injuries. Like I remember, who was it? Salvador Perez a few years ago was like carrying luggage and like tore his ACL doing it. I was like, how?
Don't even bring up weird injuries.
Well, don't, Chris. Do not ask Mike about Fernando Tatis.
I'm very salty about Fernando. He's an absolute bitch. He's a moron, really.
What about Ryan Matson 09 or 10?
Remind me.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Tripping over the chair in the dugout and out for the season.
Oh.
He was supposed to be the closer that year. It was after we let Lidge go. He was the heir apparent closer, and he tripped over the chair. Like
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, I don't remember that either. But like,
I just remember being so sick because Ryan Matson had just. He was the setup guy for those 2 years for Lidge, and it was finally his turn. I think we shipped him off to LA or something like that, and he wound up having a pretty decent rest of his career.
He played in Oakland for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't remember that.
Yeah. It might have been 11. I'm not sure, but I remember that.
I don't remember that. I just know in general that baseball players have the oddest injuries.
Yeah, and then you got Fernando Tatis who gets in a motorcycle accident, doesn't tell anybody.
Doesn't tell the team.
And then fucking a month into the season, he's in the outfield playing soccer and he hurts his leg. It wasn't serious, but like
he's a certified moron.
Yeah, I just don't know what's going on there.
Guy get paid. Well, he signed his 13-year deal too, didn't he? Like, be smarter.
Yeah.
But I like what their manager said. He said, "Well, I guess his motorcycle days are over."
Oh, okay. I got it. Phillies reliever Ryan Matson, this is 2010, May 3rd, 2010, has to have surgery on broken right toe after he kicked a chair after blowing a save.
I respect it.
Yeah, I mean,
I respect that.
Listen, if you want to talk about weird injuries, I was in a game of hockey. We let up a goal. I broke my hand punching the glass. So I understand Ryan Matson's frustration, and then I was out for like 4 to 6 weeks or something like that because of it. So I understand Matson's frustration because I did pretty much the same exact thing.
But you're told.
I get it.
Yeah. I think.
Well, was it? I assume it was his push off foot. I imagine.
Probably.
Because if that's your other foot, fucking pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the worst thing. I don't know if I ever got hurt being pissed off, but I cracked a helmet once. I threw a helmet across the dugout. Yeah, and it cracked. I actually had to get a new one. Yeah,
it's got to be hard as shit to crack.
It was, dude. It was old, so like I had it like 4 or 5 years already. I got clunked a couple times. Like it's, it wasn't like
that explains a lot about you, actually.
Yeah, it does. No, yeah, absolutely. If only my wife, because this is before my wife. If only my wife knew that. But it didn't like crack in half. It
split. Yeah, it got a little crack in it. I get it.
I broke a metal bat playing against Northeast High School. Right-handed knuckleball pitcher hit me with a fastball right in my back, and I just threw the bat at the like when you just throw it at the cage, and I almost got thrown out of the game. The kid's walking over, like, I'm so sorry that I didn't mean. I'm like, dude, you
back up.
You hit a fastball. The rest of the guys you're throwing knuckleballs to. Come on, bro.
Yep.
Get away from me.
I was watching. We're going off a tangent here. We're getting away from the Phillies. Yeah. Really quick. I was watching the game yesterday with my brother-in-law, and like we were watching. It was the Toronto Yankee game because the Phillies game was over, and it was like 8-3 at that point. So like So I'm watching the game. We're watching the game, and the catcher interference happens, and we were talking about it. I'm like, yeah, actually, my first ever game that I caught in high school, we played this team we played Overbrook. They were actually really, really good. It's like the second inning or whatever, and this dude comes up. He nicks my glove, and the whole team, they're all Overbrook. Was like, oh, that's interference, and I'm like, nah, man, like definitely. And I got him bad, or he got me bad. But the inning goes over, and I get up and I turn to the umpire. I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. He's like, yeah. He's like, I know you didn't get him. Don't worry about it. They're just trying to get in your head. Blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, man, they're crazy. Dude, he crushed me. I don't know how the umpire didn't see it.
That's funny. Back to the Phillies. Anything else you want to talk about with the Phillies? Do you want to do this giveaway that I'm sure everybody wants us to do?
I just say this. Listen, they can only play who's on their schedule. Who do they got coming up?
They have Texas, I believe, tomorrow.
See, that was a team that they should have beat the first 2 games that they played them this year, and I think they get swept 2 games. So it's hopefully they can continue this.
They play 2 against Texas
in Texas, right?
Correct, and then 4 in San Diego.
Okay, so you kind of hoping you can pull out, keep the shit going, pull out a couple wins here.
Absolutely. Because I mean, again, they won 15 of the last 18.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
It just so happens that like during that stretch, the Braves rattled off like fucking 15 in a row.
Yeah, Thompson have a job right now at this point if the season were to end.
Job to be their manager next year.
Sure. Yeah. If it were to just end right now.
Well, it's tough to say because if it ends right now, they miss the playoffs, and I'm still looking for a better manager. If you miss the playoffs,
yeah, it's too early to tell.
It's too early to tell. If they somehow come back and make the playoffs, then yeah, I think he has a job.
Because dude, I mean, they still got 90 games left.
Oh yeah,
so I mean, ton of games. Yeah, they have a ton of games left to where they could either win or lose. So this could be a fluke. This could be the truth. So I mean,
yeah. There's too much time to tell. Yeah,
but roughly 90 games. Still a lot of time to tell.
Right. The one thing I will kind of bring up before we move on is, maybe I'm overreacting. Is Nola back? Is Aaron Nola back? Because I mean, he's had a couple really good starts over the last handful of starts.
Well,
maybe not ace back,
right?
But I don't think he looks lost anymore.
So. I mean, I think you know my opinion on this. He's been a roller coaster in his career, so like I don't know. Like, what is Aaron Nola?
Yeah, fair. Yep.
If he's your number 2,
which he is,
possibly 3,
yeah,
I think you're good. You're great in that situation. He's not.
He's pitching the way that he's pitching now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
He's not your number 1 though.
What do you? I mean, what's today? June 20th.
Yeah. 20th. Yep.
If the deadline was tomorrow, what are you guys thinking?
Ooh, yes.
So now this is you asked about this either last week or the week before.
Yep.
So now they're what, 15 of 18 or whatever it was, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Now what do you do?
I think if
'Cause they have to add, right?
if I'm the Phillies, I'm actually following Mike on this one. I wasn't 2 weeks ago or last week, but with Moniak just not producing, like I really in my like stomach wanted Moniak to produce. I think you're going out after center fielder.
Yeah.
What about pitching?
I don't know. I mean, I think you could use a starting pitcher because
I think Eflin is so overrated.
yeah, I was gonna say Eflin's been shaky.
Have you guys seen Eflin at home versus away?
No, I haven't.
I
Oh
haven't
my
either.
God! At home, he's got like a 1.2 ERA. Away, he's like 7.
That's like Ranger Suarez. Ranger Suarez is the opposite. He's unbelievable on the road. He's like his ERA is like 2, and he was like 3-1 this year going into his last start at home. I guess it was against the D-backs, that Sunday game. He was like 3-1 going into that game. ERA at around 2 on the road, and then at home he was brutal.
Yeah, so Zach Eflin at home has a 1.95 ERA,
Ridiculous.
and on the road he is a 7.96.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
What, do you have Suarez?
I can
For
pull it up.
splits?
I can pull it up.
See, but like that tells me that Eflin, like maybe you go out and you get a starter, maybe put him in the bullpen. I don't know. I know he doesn't want to do that because he said in the past he doesn't want to do that, but like I don't want to go to work every day, so.
Suarez.
You want to put food on the table. You go in the bullpen. I don't know.
Right. Suarez at home has a 5.1 ERA, and on the road he is a 3.86.
Okay, so his last couple starts probably weren't as great. But I remember the Sunday game against Arizona, the one where they won 8 in a row or 8 and 9 or whatever it was, and they lost that game on Sunday. This is last Sunday.
Right.
He was starting the game. They showed his numbers. He was like 3-1 on the road, sub 2 ERA or whatever it was. Like he had 26 strikeouts in like 3 games. It was ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Like, I don't know if starting pitching is like a top priority, but I think you would want to address it. I mean, you still need bullpen, especially back end of the bullpen help.
Well, if they can go get like a 4 or 5 guy, like what they did that year with Joe Blanton, just like a guy that can come in, win some games, like Luis Castillo,
like a Kyle Gibson, like they did last year.
Male, like one of those guys to just come in.
The problem is with those guys, I think you're gonna have to give up a lot because they're kind of the top guys available. Like I don't think like a Luis Castillo, I don't think is a number 4 or 5. Like I think he's a number 2 kind of guy.
They're gonna trade him as the top guy,
right?
Yeah.
Even Male, who was having
he's
a
having a
year.
ridiculous year.
Yeah.
Is that just because the Reds are so bad that that's what they have with Castillo?
Yeah, and I think it's a contract thing too.
Oh, is it?
I think he's a free agent, I believe, and my guess is he's not signing. They want to rebuild, so
he's not still in arbitration.
I don't.
He's kind of young.
He is young. Hold on. I remember
What's
looking
arbitration like
week.
3 or 4 years.
I think it's 5.
Is it 5?
Arbitration, yeah, because you get your 4 years and then you get your 5th and 6th years of arbitration.
Okay.
Okay, so he's under contract this year and next year.
Okay, so maybe they paid him out instead of using arbitration.
He's making $7.35 million this year, which is his second year of arbitration. This year is his second. Next year will be his third.
Okay, so then he's a free agent.
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, the Phillies did that with Nola. They paid him in like his second or third year, so he avoided arbitration.
Right.
Or the arbitration years, rather. That's he'll be a free agent. So.
Right.
That's another thing. What do you do with him?
Who? Nola?
Yeah.
I
just sighed.
I think that's a tough one. I mean, because as I just asked, is he back? And if he is, that's great for the Phillies this season. But like, if he's back, that kind of scares you. You pay him a lot of his money, and then he turns into inconsistent Aaron Nola again. Like, he's that's the thing. He's consistently inconsistent. That's what Aaron Nola's been.
I hate to make a cross sport reference, but is he a Jimmy Garoppolo? Do you pay him to be a Jimmy Garoppolo? Like just a 6? He goes out there, he throws you your 6 innings, gives up, 2-3 earned runs, and then the bullpen's job is to clean up after him. Like, is that what you want to pay for?
Yeah, I think the comparison's a little. I don't think it's quite the same. Just because Nola's ceiling is so much higher than Garoppolo's. you see it occasionally, and then other times it's just not there.
So I don't know. I don't think the Phillies can afford not to pay him too. Like, which is kind of weird to say.
I agree with the current state of the team.
Right. Like if this Painter kid and who's the other guy? The other first round pitcher. There's another guy.
I know Painter, who's been unreal this year.
Yeah, Painter. He just moved up to what? First.
Single A.
High A. Yeah.
Micah Bell, is that who you're talking about?
Was it Micah Bell? Yeah. Yeah, and then there's Appel, right?
There's Appel.
Micah Bell and Andrew Painter.
Yeah, so there's Appel and Appel. So Appel was a
Appel?
former one round. So he's like 29.
Oh, him. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, I thought you meant. Yeah,
I get them confused.
When's he coming up?
Who's
Listen,
that?
I just think he's a bull. I mean, he's obviously a bullpen guy at this point in his career. Yeah, I mean, they need that. I just don't know how good. That's the thing is, if he remember last week they brought up who was it? That the 29-year-old rookie, the nobody Kelly, I think his name was, or whatever.
Michael Kelly. Yep.
If they really thought Appel was going to be up here, they or should have been up here, they probably would have brought him up then.
Are they playing games though because of his money? Like that dude signed for a huge contract. I don't know if that has anything to do with like
I don't know
in his contract.
Yeah, I'm not like totally, familiar with baseball contracts, like and how they work essentially. But
the service time makes contracts very confusing in the MLB.
Right. And then it's the arbitration, and then it's, who you offer contracts. You can offer certain guys contracts on their eligibility, like playing eligibility. It's weird. It's so weird.
That it is. You guys got anything else? Or you want to do this giveaway?
No, let's get this giveaway.
I know I teased it. All right, so let me try to put this on the screen. I don't know if anybody could see this, but this way nobody comes after us saying that we cheated. I'm gonna do it live here on the show. We'll see what happens.
We left Doug's name out.
We did leave. No, I'm just kidding. It's in there somewhere. I'm trying to make sure I didn't leave it out. Oh no, it's right at the top. There it is. All right, I got it. All right.
We should have done if you tag like every 3 people, different people that you tag, you should get another
entry.
Yeah. That would have been interesting. Maybe next time.
That would have been interesting. Maybe next time we'll do that because it's too late because I'm about to hit this click the spin now button. So, John, want to give me a little drum roll?
I don't know if you guys can hear this. Wait, I got it so nothing falls.
There we go. All right, let's spin it. Let's do it.
My computer just shook.
Did it? Who's it going to? Chip for the Birds.
Oh, there you go. All right. At least it's going to a good dude.
It is. It's going to a good dude. Absolutely. I'll DM him, and we'll get that settled.
Congrats, Chip.
There you go. Congrats, Chip.
Dude,
Chip is awesome.
It sucks we can never get him on the show because he does his show the same night.
Also on Monday nights, I know.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, we've been trying hard to get him for like a while, months and months.
Yep. It just doesn't work out, but one day it'll work.
I went on his show. What was it, back in January or February when they did the MLB Hall of Fame, and I fought with like 4 different guys about Barry Bonds?
I do remember that. Yeah. Everybody disagreed.
It was a screaming match.
Yeah. It was you against 4 other dudes. I do remember that. That is funny.
Sounds like a porno.
I mean, I'll leave that there. Before we move on, I guess we could kind of do it because we just talked about baseball. So I have 2 rosters. We talked about it last week. Just 2 old school rosters, and you guys can just kind of guess the roster. I guess we could do that now. So
we kind of teased that a little bit earlier.
Listen. Weeks ago we did this. Hopefully we didn't do either of these teams because we rattled off like 15 that back then.
Yeah.
So there's a chance we already did these.
Well,
so,
we did 08, a lot of 08 teams.
Yeah, so the first team I have is the 2009 Chicago Cubs.
Ooh. Okay.
The 2009 Chicago Cubs.
All right, well, off the bat, Derek Lee at first.
Derek Lee at first, correct.
I got my hold up, Dom. Let me get my my paper so we can write this down.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
I definitely
so Derek Lee at first.
Yep.
Was Terrio at second or short?
Terrio was at short, correct.
Because I know he played a little bit at second. Oh, Aramis was at third. I don't want to do this alone.
No. Hold on.
Aramis was at third, correct.
I got you. I'm just trying to get it down with you.
Yeah.
I
I got a pitcher too. It's Carlos Zambrano.
Ryan Dempster.
Hold on.
Ryan
Hold on.
Dempster.
I just had it. No.
No.
Really?
Nope.
Was what did I say?
You said
Zambrano.
Zambrano. Yeah. Are we going pitching already?
I'm just trying to think of guys on the team.
Zambrano was on the team. Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You said Ryan Dempster?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on the team.
Yeah, I was
Sorry,
gonna say.
I missed him. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I missed
Was
him.
he a starter? I know he's in the bullpen for a little bit. Was he a starter then?
How many games? Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
He was 11-9.
Soto, Giovanni Soto, was he the starting catcher?
He was their
Wow.
catcher. Correct.
Okay. Damn. Rafael Soriano, was he still there? Left?
Different first name.
Alfonso, sorry.
Alfonso.
Oh, Alfonso.
He went from second base to left field.
Yep. Correct.
Center field.
Alfonso Soriano. Milton Bradley.
Milton Bradley was
Wow.
there. Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Center field?
He was their right fielder.
Right fielder?
Yep.
Mike Cameron wasn't on that team, right?
No.
Okay. He played for the Brewers, but
Who was that dude's name? I remember him from the Bigs. I used to always steal him from the Cubs. Costco Fukudome.
Correct. Yeah. There
Wow.
you go.
On
Pulling names out
fire.
of left field or
Let's
center
go.
field. No pun
yeah,
intended.
right. Who played second?
All right, I got Terrio at short, Dom.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got that already. So we need what, like 3 more pitchers and a second baseman?
And just a second baseman, yeah.
Was it Fontenot?
It was Fontenot.
It was Fontenot.
Mike
wow.
Fontenot.
Let's go.
Rattling them off today.
Woo.
And then
On
pitching,
fire.
you got Dempster and you got Zambrano.
If he gets these 3 pitchers, I think he's cheating.
No, I don't know. Sure.
You got any guesses?
Not a fucking clue.
Ted Lilly.
Ted Lilly, lefty.
Hold up. I want to write down what I missed.
Sorry.
If I can beat myself tonight.
It's a long flight to Italy.
Yeah, he's gonna stare at the list for 7 hours on the flight.
Was Samardzija there yet?
No, he was not. You know what? He's there, but I think he was out of the pen.
He's probably young.
Yeah, he only pitched 34 innings that season.
Okay. Ted Lilly.
He was 24 years old, Samardzija.
Is there like an older guy?
Nah, this 26 and 27 years old at the time.
Okay.
Was the closer Carlos Marmol?
He was in their bullpen. He was not the closer.
Because the 08 Cubs team lost to the Dodgers in the first round, and we beat the Brewers to go to play the Dodgers. So like, this team was actually like pretty decent. Like this Cubs team.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're doing 09, but
I don't know. I'm stuck with.
yeah, I got nothing.
Randy Wells.
Ooh.
Randy Wells.
Yep. And then Rich Harden.
Okay.
Harden.
I almost said Randy Wolf too because I think he pitched. Did he pitch for the Cubs after the Phillies?
Did he? I don't remember. I'll be honest.
I could be making that up.
So we got Randy Wells, Ted Lilly, and who else did we miss?
Rich Harden.
Harden.
Yep.
Who's the closer?
The closer was Kevin Gregg.
Oh.
Dom, we missed 3 guys.
That's pretty
That's not
impressive.
bad.
I'm not gonna lie. That is very impressive.
Wow.
All right,
Randy
so
Wolf played for everybody except the Cubs.
did you look
The
him
Phillies, the Dodgers. That's what I was thinking of. Blue. The Dodgers, the Padres, the Astros, the Dodgers again, the Brewers, the Orioles, the Marlins, and the Tigers.
up? All right, okay. I mean, I
Sorry.
don't like that you just did that because you know
Why?
the team I'm gonna tell you next. But, all right, fair enough.
Sorry.
It's all right. You get a free space.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned them earlier, so it's kind of funny. I feel like you're going to be able to get this list. The 2012 Milwaukee Brewers.
Ooh,
We did the 08 Brewers team.
Okay. Yep.
On the show. I'm pretty sure Prince Fielder was already in Detroit.
Yeah, correct. He was not on this team.
Was Corey Hart playing first?
Yeah.
He was, yes.
He was in right field in 08. Was Ricky Weeks still there?
Weeks was correct. Yep.
Was he shortstop or second at that point? 'Cause
Second base.
I know he did play a little bit of short.
Yeah, he was our second baseman.
Was Terrio short?
Terrio, no.
No, Segura was though.
Segura was. Yep.
Oh, yeah,
22-year-old Gene
2012, yeah.
Segura. Yep.
I had him on fantasy that year.
Yeah.
And then Aramis Ramirez was there.
Yep.
Correct.
Ryan Braun.
Correct.
Mike Cameron. Center?
No.
What did you say?
No,
Yes,
he was not.
love Cameron.
Mike Cameron was unreal.
he was not on the
He
team.
was
no.
he was their center fielder in 08.
LaCroix.
Jonathan LaCroix.
Jonathan LaCroix, yes, was their
Catcher.
catcher. Yep.
All right, so we're missing 2 outfielders.
And
Yep. Center
starting
fielder,
pitcher.
and right fielder.
I'm trying to think of pitchers. Jesus.
Well,
Pitching's-
you named Randy Wolf, right? Does that
Yeah.
count?
Yep. Randy Wolf was there. Yep.
Oh, just like that, I forgot.
Giovanni Gallardo,
Hold on, what I do with it?
Okay.
Yes, he was there. Yep.
our ace that year.
Yep.
Was Greinke there that year?
Greinke was, yes.
My man's just rattling.
He's on fire.
I don't know any other of the pitchers or the 2 outfielders.
Can we get? Are they like are they crazy names? The outfielders.
The outfielders. No, I mean I know both of them. I mean, I don't
Is
see
it Jim
that
Edmonds?
crazy. No.
No.
Nope.
I got nothing. For
Hold
the sake of time.
Okay.
Hold up.
Did you say hold on?
up.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Sean Markham.
No, he was not there. I don't
I don't even
believe.
know who that is.
No, he was not there.
Young Carlos Gomez.
Carlos Gomez was there,
The
correct?
center fielder.
Yep, he was a center fielder.
Wow. Was that before he was good, or because he wasn't good for a little bit, or he was good and then he wasn't good and then he was good again, and then he wasn't
This year he batted 260.
good. That's not bad.
19 home runs.
And guys, just so you know, my phone's like on the other side.
No, you're good, man.
My
Now
head's
he's just flexing.
Yeah.
You got a right fielder.
Is okay, Mike. Can you give me a hint? Is the right fielder of American descent?
No, no.
It's Aoki.
It is Nori Aoki, correct? Yep.
I know
I would have
that.
never gotten that.
I can't get these last 2 pitchers though.
You've 2 pitchers, right? What pitchers did you say so far?
We said Greinke
Randy Wolf,
and
Gallardo.
yeah.
Well, for some reason they have 6 starting pitchers listed, so they must have ran with a 6-man rotation.
Or it was there a guy that came in halfway through the year?
I guess that's possible. It doesn't tell me all that information. But so
Yeah, I got nothing.
okay. Gallardo, Randy Wolf, Marco Estrada, Mike Fires, Sean Markham, Zach Greinke.
I would have never gotten that.
Sean Markham was on there.
Did you say Markham?
I did say Markham.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. Kid, you could yell at me. It's fine. It's my
No,
fault.
no, you're good. So we missed Fears, and who was the other one we missed?
Marco Estrada.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
No, you guys did.
We
a
did
lot
good
better than
again.
I expected.
Yeah.
Maybe I could. You know what? For shits and giggles, do you think you guys could do the 04 Montreal Expos?
Not a
Ooh.
shot. No,
I can give you
I'll
something.
give you Vlad. And that's about it.
Okay. Vlad wasn't even on the team in 04.
No, he
so-
wasn't.
Oh, so then no.
Who?
Cliff Lee.
Cliff Lee.
Let me get another one out.
No, Cliff Lee was not on the team.
Ronnie
Was
Belliardi.
he on any other team besides Cleveland before the Phillies?
Belliardi. I don't even know who the hell Belliardi is. Hold on. Is he a pitcher?
He was an outfielder.
Okay. Then no.
Orlando.
Zimmerman was like the first national. I know that.
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Yeah. I know Zimmerman was like the first.
Levon Hernandez.
No. Brian Schneider, Brad Wilkerson, Jose Vidro, Orlando Cabrera, Tony Bautista, Termel Sledge, Andy Chavez, Juan Rivera. And then Levon Hernandez, Zach Day, John Patterson, Tomo Oka, Tony Armas, and Scott Downs.
No wonder they moved to Washington.
Yeah, I don't think any of those guys played ever again.
No.
Yeah, no, they kept them in Montreal.
Right.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
you guys did solid. Let's do some Flyers talk because they did hire a new coach, John Tortorella. Listen, there could have been 3 Italians in the city, but Joe Girardi had to fuck that up. He really had to. Yeah, I mean they hired Tortorella, and I don't know how you guys feel. I love it. I'm ready. I'm all in. The Flyers are probably going to suck again, but I am all in for next season.
All right.
I'm at the 50-50.
Okay.
All right, Mike. So my brother told me this past week he listens to the show that I need to start coming up with my own opinions on Flyers. And you, because I'm like, I have no clue about the Flyers. That's my weakest subject. What I can tell you of what I seen with Tortorella is at least he's going to bring that Broad Street Bully fire. I don't know if the NHL or like society today can handle that fire.
Yeah, he's mellowed out a little bit, but like he's gonna bring accountability. So
weed is legal.
True. I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit for the people listening and the people watching. I had John Tortorella clips to play from his press conference. I can't find the plug to plug my shit into the mixer and into the computer and all that stuff. So I have it on the phone, and I don't have them labeled, so I don't know which is which. Man. So I'm just going to play one, and we'll figure it out, and we'll talk about it after, because I think they are really interesting clips. So let me do the first one. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me get this here. I'm going to play it on my phone and hold it up to the mic. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Hopefully you see it. Whatever. We'll see.
I am going to coach that team hard right away. It's going to be a very difficult camp, a high volume of skating. They will be told about this during the summer here as far as how we're going to approach this. I guess that's what I'm saying to you. We're attacking it. It's not going to be, I guess it's a rebuild, a retool, whatever language that's used. I am approaching each and every day to try to make each individual player play better, as a player and a person, and then as a team trying to get better in each and every day. That will take care of the time frame. Wherever it goes, it goes. But I'm not going to calmly go about it and, all right, let's just back them off a little bit. We still have some struggles in this area here, and because we had a tough year last, let's just try to grow very slowly. We're going at it, and the speed of it will be whatever happens with it. What I'm telling you, Dan, is I am just going at it as quickly as I can to try to make us the best we can be, especially away from the puck when we first start the season.
So yeah, man, that kind of talks about the tough angle of like we're going to be tough to play against, right? Like it's going to be a tough camp, which I love the fact that I heard it's going to be a tough camp. Like make these players work. Accountability is going to be a big thing. I'm super excited.
Dude, I love that. Just hearing that just like. That pumps me up for Flyers hockey.
Dude, I tweeted about it. It's like I'm not even a player on this team, and I'm ready to run through a wall for John Tortorella.
My opinion on it. So like I said, I'm 50-50. I appreciate the I'm going to work them hard. That and the other. Look, they make millions of dollars. They should be working as hard as he's saying. I don't know. It's just like, look, I know he took those Columbus teams that were dreadful. He beat Tampa 4-0. I get it. It's just like he hasn't had that cup since like 2004, and like that team was ridiculous. And I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I really don't. I never really liked him to begin with.
Who do you think was the top coaching candidate this offseason?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't really like. I mean, listen, I would have loved Cassidy, but like that wasn't happening.
No.
As soon as he got fired, it's right to
the consensus number one candidate was Barry Trotz.
Yeah, but he wasn't coming here.
Well, not only that, but their resumes are pretty much identical. The only thing is they're reversed, right? Like Trotz has a very long reputation of losing in the first round, right? Not getting past the second or whatever. Like they both have missed the playoffs 8 times in their career. Torts' career is 2 years longer, so he actually missed the playoffs the same amount of time in more years. The only thing is, again, they only each won 1 cup. The only thing is Torts came in 04, whereas Trotz came in 2018, something like that. So their resumes are it's very similar, very identical, honestly. So
definitely.
Are you okay with like Torts coming in and being a stopgap coach, where he just gets them almost where they need to be, and then their next guy gets them?
See that I think that's one of my biggest problems too. Is like
I don't think that's what he's here to do, though.
Okay, what do you mean?
I don't think they hired him to be a stopgap.
Right, because this offseason they're going into it as if they're going to compete.
And you don't sign him for 4 years if you're expecting him to be a stopgap coach. Like a 4-year contract for a coach, I mean, that's a decent contract. Like coaches last 2-3 years, and then they get fired.
Yeah, but that's
I guess
4 years.
Then I guess he could get fired technically, sure, but I just
did Dave Haxtell not get 4 years?
I don't remember what Haxtell got, to be honest with you.
I think that's pretty much the norm for most sports is 4 years.
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
let's see what you do in 2 to 3 years, and if it works, we'll add on to it. If not, then we're gonna fire you with a year left.
Jesus Christ!
Oh boy.
Okay, all right.
Was it like 5 or 6 years?
5 fucking years.
Yeah.
They gave Haxtell.
Yeah.
$2 million per year.
We live in a world.
I mean,
we live in a world where Dave Haxtell got more years on a contract than John Tortorella.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Sorry, I didn't mean to depress you.
Yeah. How? Okay. I mean, all right. Ron Hextall, everybody.
That's all, folks.
Who's the first media guy to be verbally? So I did have audio lineup for this because I don't know if anybody's familiar with Crossing Broad. They did put out a list of like top guys to be quote unquote verbally assaulted by Torts, and Sam Carchidi was at the top of that list. And
but does he work for the team anymore?
He works for
the Inquirer,
I believe.
But I thought he left.
Did he? I don't know.
They let him go.
I'm not sure, but this isn't Tortorella giving him shade. He gets a little bit of shade from Chuck Fletcher. So listen to this because I think this is hilarious.
Yeah, this is for Chuck. Chuck, just want to ask you, how did the outside search committee help with the whole process? And a follow-up to that is, what do you say to a report that said you were against the committee's recommendation to hire John?
That's exactly why we hired him, because I was against it. No, there's so much nonsense out there, but in terms of all the reports out there, Sam, I don't know if you know, but you shouldn't trust everything you read.
Wait a minute. So I think the Sam Cardici thing, I think he does his own stuff. That's what I'm thinking of. I don't think he works for the Inquirer anymore. Just wanted to say that. But
okay.
I think he covers the team for himself. But did he just say that? Did the GM of the team just say that John Tortorella was not his choice?
He was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Carchidi said, "Hey, there's a report out there that you hired Fletcher, or I'm sorry, you hired Tortorella, even though the search firm that you guys hired wanted to hire Tortorella, and you were against it. Is that true?" And he said, "Yeah, that's why we hired him because I didn't want him."
Right. Okay.
He's being sarcastic, and then he finished with a "Hey, don't believe everything you read online" kind of thing.
Yeah, but that still doesn't. Yeah, but that still doesn't tell me that he did or didn't want to hire him. Like that still does, like just because he's saying that. Like I don't know.
Oh sure, I just think the shade towards Sam Carchidi is funny.
What was I going to say? Trotz. Now is it true? Because I thought I heard recently, yesterday, today. They offered him the job, but he didn't. That's
the rumor. I would buy it, to be honest. Yeah. I would definitely buy it. I mean,
where's he go? Winnipeg?
That's the rumor, just because he's like from there, and it just makes a lot of sense, I guess.
Yeah, but how much different is the Flyers roster to the Winnipeg roster?
Not much.
Yeah, I guess because he wants to move to the office too, right? Like eventually.
He does, and chances are people at Comcast said no.
Yeah,
like
right.
they not that
A smart individual. Why would we bring him in?
Oh, right. Well,
Yeah.
not that Tortorella's a yes man, but it's actually kind of interesting that they made that hire because he doesn't seem like that type of person. Where like it seems like they kind of always go for the yes man, like know your role, you're the coach, we're gonna make the front office decisions.
But also like Tortorella, like it kind of seems that like he's at a point in his career where like he's gonna get canceled if he doesn't listen.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of like a we not own you, but like
There's safeguards in place.
yeah.
Yep. I have 2 more clips, and again, neither of them are labeled, so we're gonna play some clip roulette here. I don't know what we're getting into, but one of these clips are good. Hold on.
I'm going to coach that team hard right away.
Did we already listen to that one?
Yeah.
We already listened to that
We're
one.
gonna coach that team hard.
This is what we're doing. Hold on.
I'm going to coach that
Do I have the same thing
yes.
twice? Jesus Christ. Hold on.
I have to. Chuck was fantastic in allowing me to ask questions. Again, I'm pretty inexperienced in the interview process. I really haven't interviewed a whole bunch in my career, and I wasn't sure
You've
what
been
to
a coach
expect.
for
And,
fucking 20 years.
I had questions.
You've never interviewed.
He was even when we met Thursday. I had a number of questions, and I thought we had a great conversation about a lot of things. Moving ahead here. So I think that's really important. You talk about coaches and players. I think it's the same thing with general managers and coaches. I think it's a huge part of success is being able to communicate with one another, and he allowed that. So I was really it was fun for me. I loved the conversation because hey, I've been out here, with horses and dogs. I've been shoveling a lot of shit out here for the past 8 or 9 months, excuse my language, but I wanted to talk hockey, and it was a blast to talk hockey with those guys. And now I feel so very fortunate.
Yeah, because you got it real tough.
Part of the Philadelphia Flyer organization. To answer your question, it's the Philadelphia Flyers. That's all I need to say.
I don't even like the way he says it.
That I have.
Why are you shitting all over?
I don't like
Tortorella.
I'm so out on Boston Italians.
Okay.
I am so out on
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Fair enough. I had one more clip, but I can't.
Yeah, it's
I can't
like fake
find
Italian.
Yeah.
Fugazis, yeah.
I was with horses.
Yeah.
All right, I found it. Here we go. One more clip. Again, I don't know what I'm getting here. They're not.
You're making me hate him more.
Hold on. Why am I making you hate him more?
Well, not you. He's making me hate him more.
We'll talk about that in a second. Hold on.
All right.
Let's first talk about the emblem. As I told Chuck, I look at that emblem and, guys, back in 2004, when we were fortunate enough, I was coaching Tampa, and we went through Philly to win a Stanley Cup, beating Philly in the conference finals. I remember telling my wife, and I told Chuck this story, man, that is a place I would love an opportunity to be in, coach.
Yeah, I'm sure. Can you pause that for a second? I have an issue with this. 2004, you're in the Eastern Conference Finals. You're with the Tampa Bay Lightning, arguably the best team in the league, right?
Yep.
Roster-wise.
Uh-huh.
He's sitting in the building and he's thinking to himself, I would love to play here. I would love to coach here. Yeah, you're in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm sure you're really thinking that. Get the fuck out of here.
So hold on. So you can't take the pandering of John Tortorella, but you were perfectly fine with it when Bryce Harper did
Love it.
Okay, I mean he is pandering to a degree. He's trying to get the fan base to like him. I don't know if this clip gets any better, but it's not that long.
His wife's like, yeah, just keep talking. Cha-ching.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, because in 2004, that's what he was sitting on the bench and he was just thinking, man, I can't wait to coach here. No, you're thinking about tomorrow. Like you still have a job. What are you talking about? Like, I can't wait to coach here.
It was really neat for me. And I remember when my first meeting with Chuck, when we started this, he wore a short shirt with the emblem. And I said, man, that's where I want to be. That's an opportunity that I have right now as I speak with you. And I know Chuck wants to get going here and turn it around. I am not going to critique anything that's happened before. I know it's been a little bit of a struggle. I think Chuck and I spoke the same language and how we get this fixed quickly. And it was really intriguing to me. And it did nothing but enhance my interest as I went through the process with Chuck and the other guys asking questions as far as what they want this team to be and what they want the standard to be.
So there you go. So talk more about how you don't like John Tortorella, because
so
we might have to
before I do
just
that-
fight.
Before I do that, I listen. The whole emblem thing, I respect. It's one of the very few in sports that hasn't changed. The colors haven't changed. But I just listening to the rest of that interview, like I kind of think that's bullshit now too.
Okay.
Like you're just blowing smoke up our ass. Like I don't know. I don't like him anymore.
Okay. What if you
listen? I'm rooting for the Flyers. And I hope
Okay.
they figure it out. And I hope I hope he's the coach that brings them a cup. I do, for the fact of the team.
No, I think
if there was any way of me liking him more, it's definitely the opposite.
just from hearing the 4 clips that I put together,
You love him.
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
no, I know you do.
Yeah, but I just don't understand what you heard from those clips that you don't like him. Well, like, what's the reasoning? Like,
I honestly,
just the way he talks?
Really,
or-
honestly, like the biggest thing that pissed me off was the 04. Honestly,
Okay. Okay.
you're sitting on the bench in the Eastern Conference Finals, and he's just like, "Yeah, I was just like looking around, and, like
I'm
I just
sure-
can't wait to coach here. I'd love to coach here. Like, dude, you're getting ready to go win a cup. Like, it's just fake. It's just fake. It's just fake."
Okay, fair enough. I guess so. Again, you liked it when Bryce Harper did it, but you're not gonna
Because
like it when
Bryce Harper, listen,
he played for your division rivals for a decade.
I think that well, so did Tortorella. Tortorella was the coach for the Rangers too.
Yeah, 5 years, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah,
But
I mean that was they went to a cup. I mean,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I also
I don't-
think Bryce kind of does it without trying now. Like the whole remember last year he was in the batting cage and he wore the water ice
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah.
I think Bryce.
He didn't run out there and say, "Look at my shirt." He was in the batting cage with a water ice.
Yeah,
You're,
Somebody took a picture.
Paul,
But they got
you're,
the
you're
fanatics
Bryce.
on.
You're Bryce Harper. You know people are going to look at you and take pictures.
Yeah, but how many times has he worn that shirt?
He's got the fanatic cleats on though, Dom.
Opening day, yeah, no, absolutely.
Here's my thing. I think Bryce has to do that because he's trying to draw people in. You don't have to do that with the Flyers. Like people are just gonna come, right?
What was this past year?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know last year, but in general,
people are getting like even the diehards. Like I'm one of them. The diehards are even starting
because
to get
you
fed
got
up.
you got to look at it like this too. It's like, say it's 2005 or what was the year that they were really bad when they got JVR?
06.
06. Okay, say it's 06, right? You still show up because you have a good owner, you have a good organization. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's been like 5 or 6 years where like this ownership group is horrible. So
Yeah.
like it's years and years and years now where it's like it's not being fixed. At least in 06, you know, you say to yourself, okay, we're having a bad season, but we have a great owner, we have a great front office, we're drafting very well. Like there was stuff to count on.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I don't know.
I kind of got to speed up because we're running out of time here. But like,
I still got trivia.
Do you? Oh, Jesus,
Yeah, I told you that.
A 17-hour show. All right. But no, my final thoughts on Tortorella is I don't know if the retool and rebuild or the retool thing can work. The aggressive retool thing can work.
It's hard in hockey.
It is, and I don't know if this roster's built for that.
And they got a couple good chips too, like
Yeah.
Tippett and
Yep.
these guys that because look at Tippett, what he said at the end of the year last year. It's like we don't have a guy that come in here and yell at us like
Yeah.
we like as a leader, like a captain. Like this was right after Giroux left. He's like
Yep.
because obviously he wasn't here with Giroux, he was in the trade, but it's like you want those guys in here.
Yeah.
And it's like hopefully he does elevate his game when Tortorella comes in.
Yeah, and I think the right way probably would have been to strip it down and rebuild. But since they're not doing that, since they're trying to compete, since they're trying to build a competitive roster and make the playoffs or whatever form of success you think success is, but I think Tortorella is the perfect job for that guy. I think with what they're trying to do, I don't know if it's going to work, but with what they're trying to do, I think they actually hit a home run with the hire. I love it.
Okay. Listen, you're the hockey guy.
Yeah.
I mean, only from the outside looking in, I don't know. It's just, we'll see. Like I said, I hope they raise the cup.
I like
That's all I want to see.
So I'll back Tortorella for this point. just because of the intensity.
Absolutely. No, I'm not going to the Flyers game saying I hope they lose because I want him fired. Like, I hope he comes in and does a great job. It's just I just don't want that guy anymore where it's like it sucks as like a city, like for the Phillies, the Flyers, the Sixers, and the Eagles. Like, it always sucks that we can never get like, look at Cassidy in Boston. Like, he was a nobody before he went there, right? And then all of a sudden they go to 5 straight playoffs, and like, why can't we ever find a guy like that? Like, why can we never draft a guy like that?
I was gonna say. I mean, look at that. Look at Boston's roster.
No, absolutely. But I mean, even look at them recently. Marchand, Bergeron, they're old as shit. Like they're not
great.
Absolutely, they're still very good players.
Yeah.
But I think Cassidy had a lot to do with that too. And like, it's just look at the Golden State Warriors. Like, Steve Kerr is a great coach. He's got some great players.
He's a great coach.
He's a great coach. He's a great coach.
You get the best 3-point shooter of all time, Kevin
And what
Durant.
did they do last years?
Because the players didn't care.
What do you mean they didn't care?
They didn't care. They're
Like,
collecting their 50 sheets a year.
But you
they
don't
don't
watch
care.
the Golden State Warriors, so how are you going to say that if they're good or not?
We completely switched topics.
We did.
I hate the Golden State Warriors. I despise that franchise.
Okay, listen. Take yourself away from last week.
It's not even last week. It's like today. The whole fuck you tour. Like them saying, "Oh, we're doubted." You won 4 of the last 8 years, and you're gonna call yourselves like the underdog? Get out of here with that underdog story.
Last year they were trash.
Yeah, last 2 years they were trash.
Yeah. It's the same roster.
No, it's
so
not.
Why? Sure, it is.
No,
it's the same roster.
No, it's
pretty
not.
much.
It's
pretty
not.
much. It's identical. It's pretty much the same roster. It's the same core. It's the same core of guys. Minus Kevin Durant.
Clay has been dead for fucking 4 years. What do you mean?
It's the same core.
Clay has been dead for 4 years.
Draymond scores 4 points a game at the season high.
I just hate the Golden State Warriors.
Because you hate them doesn't mean he's a bad coach.
Franchise
he's a
fucking
great
falls.
coach.
He got everything handed to him. He fell in his lap.
Let's. That's not true. That's not true at all.
Very true.
Not true at all.
And he's an insufferable human being.
Look who won their first title. Look who won their first title. Look at the roster. Go ahead.
It's the same fucking roster.
It's not. It is. I promise you. The guys that won this year haven't ever won. There's maybe 2 guys on that roster aside from their core that haven't won a championship.
Fine.
Poole was not on the team.
Whatever. I don't know who that is.
So then don't talk.
Andrew Wiggins.
So then don't talk because he's the 6th man of the year almost.
Whatever.
Wiggins was.
I just hate.
Wasn't on the team. Looney was the only guy on the team. Wiseman wasn't on the team.
I just hate the we were doubted mentality. Like you've won 4 of the last 8 years. No, you don't get to play the underdog.
I mean, they didn't make the playoffs for 2 straight years.
I don't care. You don't get to play the underdog when you won 4 of the last 8. You just don't.
All right. Well, okay. All right. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it.
Give me trivia because we got we're running late. Give me trivia.
So we're doing a little interesting thing this week. I feel like I say that every week.
Yep.
Okay. So it's one question. I'm gonna give you guys. How long should I give you guys? I'll give you 3 minutes. Okay. I'll give you guys 3 minutes.
All right.
Simply because of the time of the time purposes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's one question you guys come up with together, and the only reason I'm giving you 3 minutes is because I did this to somebody this weekend and it took them a while. Okay. So you may not get them. All right, as soon as I say the question, if you guys have any questions, I'll answer them and then I'll start the time. I'll tell you when I start the time.
All right.
Out of the 4 major sports, there are 6 teams that share a name. This is MLB, NHL, the 4 major. Which 6 teams are they? So,
did they exist?
You guys got that?
Do they exist now?
Currently, yes. So there are 6 teams. Each of them are 2. So you have, there's no more than 2. You know what I'm trying to say?
So okay, yeah, they share the same name. Okay.
So there are 6 teams, 6 names that share. There are 6 teams that share a name.
Okay.
So, one of them would be, you're talking about New York Jets and the Winnipeg Jets. That would be one.
Correct. So, I'm starting 3 minutes.
Okay.
So, you got 1. Jets and Jets.
The Jets and Jets. The Giants.
The Giants and Giants.
That's
Dom,
that's
we're just talking about 4. We're not talking about soccer, right?
Nope. Just NHL, MLB.
The Panthers.
NFL. Yep. That's 3.
How many are there? 6?
Yep, you got 3. So you got the Panthers, the Jets, and the Giants. There is one that's super hard. You guys actually didn't get the easiest one.
Wow. The Cardinals.
That's the easiest one. Yep.
Yeah.
I think the Giants were easier, but okay.
Nah, everybody asked this question. So the Cardinals right off the bat.
I always forget that the
Like,
Arizona
you're
Cardinals.
on fire.
All right, you got
Who
2
else?
minutes. You got 2 left. I can give you a hint.
I'm trying to like picture a map in my head of like geographically.
If you guys like a hint, just let me know. You guys have to agree on
the Rangers.
Okay, that's one. That's one more. You have 1 left. This is the hardest one.
1 left.
You got a minute 30.
Colts.
Nope. Now the Edmonton Oilers don't count with the Houston Oilers.
Right.
The Senators and the Washington Senators don't count, like the Ottawa Senators.
The Kings.
It's the Kings. Yep.
Yeah, the LA and Sacramento. Okay, there we go. Look at that.
Yep. A minute 15 left. A minute 13 left. Sorry.
5 of the 6, Mike.
So yeah, you
Yeah.
got the Arizona and St. Louis Cardinals, the New York and Winnipeg Jets, the Florida and Carolina Panthers, the Texas and New York Rangers, the LA and Sacramento Kings, and then the New York and San Francisco Giants. I'll say the Cardinals, the Giants, or the 2 easiest, which most people got right away. The Jets and the Kings were the 2 harder ones, and then the Panthers, Rangers were the middle ones.
These damn NHL teams help Mike. Mike was in the race.
Yeah, that did
But
help.
you got the Jets.
Well, I got 1.
Yeah, I'm
But
saying you got the
still
Jets.
the Winnipeg. I forgot about the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah.
All
right.
That's it. I like that
3 minutes
question.
is too
though.
long.
I do like that question. That's a good question.
Should have did it. I was thinking a minute, but I was like, that'd be a little too.
What I
hard.
get it in a minute 30.
A minute 13.
Minute 13. All right, I like it. We're really running out of time, so we can't really dive in deep. But Jaquiski, is that how we're saying this? Is that how you say his name? Tart.
Jaquiski Tart.
Jaquiski Tart.
Great signing. He could
Okay.
come in and compete right away for a starting safety position. Not much more to say on that. He's a physical guy. He's injured a lot.
Wonderful.
The ringing endorsement.
But he can come in and he can be your second safety, or he can even be your starting safety. So he's definitely got my approval rating next to him. The reason why he hung around so long is because of that injury history. But if he can stay healthy, he can get the job done. He's a hard hitter. He's going to show up on the stat sheets under tackles. You're not going to see him make an interception, but he's going to be all over the field.
He had that huge like strip sack.
Yeah.
Not strip sack. That strip all DK, right?
Yep.
At the goal line.
Yep. Think of him like a Rodney McLeod-esque.
Okay.
Well, McLeod worked because he had Jenkins next to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think the signing hurts at all.
Yeah, I mean, you probably put him on the other side of Harris, right? You probably got Tart and Harris back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it seems like this team's kind of complete, right? Like, I don't think there's really any other move to be made.
I don't think there's. I mean, if you really want to dig deep, I don't think they're sold with Sipas at their punter. I don't think they have a.
Like,
He was their best player the first 8 weeks.
I was
next
gonna
year.
say, if we're being honest, I don't care about the punter.
I know, but I do. I do because of field position, and I don't think they have a kick return, punt returner yet right now.
I think the punter. You're not going to win or lose with the. Like, as long as you have a guy that can kick the ball, I mean, you can win.
Just
But
score
I'm
every
somewhere in
drive.
the
You won't even
I'm
need
somewhere
the
in the
punter.
middle with you guys. I'm somewhere in the middle with you guys.
Just score every drive. You won't need the punter. You're fine.
No, I would like that kid.
because it's just that easy,
You saw
especially with
that-
Jalen Hurts.
I sent that text to you, Dom, about that kid. Well, he's not a kid. The dude that used to play for Oregon.
hmm
I would like him to be our punt and kick returner. What was that? What did he say? You remember I sent that to you?
Do you think?
How long ago was that?
I don't know.
Do you think Gainwell could do it?
No, I wouldn't
no.
put him out there to do it. I can't find it, Dom.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
You know who I'm talking about, though, right? The
Vaguely.
dude, yeah, like
Oh.
that dude. He just was the third quickest ever on the 100-yard dash.
Right,
Oh,
receiver,
that guy.
The
I did see
receiver,
that.
yeah.
Okay,
He's like
yeah,
a
yeah.
receiver, right?
So I would like to see him. I called him that. Oh, that was in our group chat. What did he just say? Because I called him Papali.
Right.
I definitely butchered Vince Papali's name.
I think I know the answer. I think I know the answer to this question. Do we officially give up on Jalen Reagor as in that role?
In that role,
Yeah.
what's he got? One career punt return for a touchdown in 3 years. That's not bad. But I think it was his first career touchdown too against Green
Was
Bay. The game that Wentz got benched at halftime.
Right.
Devin Allen clocks third fastest 100-meter hurdle time in world history. Allen said before the race, "I'm for sure definitely the fastest Eagle, and I do think we definitely have the fastest receiving corps in the NFL."
Yeah, I think I texted you guys. He asked Quez to he challenged Quez to a race.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he wouldn't do it. Or I don't know if he didn't answer or whatever it was.
Kylie says trade Reagor for a hoagie. Depends what hoagie.
P&S hoagie. Are we talking about
a Primo?
Yeah, Primos are good. We're talking about a little Nick's hoagie. I mean, we're.
But what are you putting on? What kind of hoagie? That matters.
I'm going chicken parm.
It's not really a hoagie.
I don't eat hoagies, Mike. The more
it's like a sub.
I eat a turkey and cheese dry.
Turkey and cheese dry. Okay.
Dry, nothing else.
Okay. It's also not really a hoagie. It's more of a sandwich, but all right.
I mean, I like the Italian hoagie. I like
it's
roast beef.
I'm not picky. It's all good.
I like a nice buffalo chicken.
Okay.
I'm not a big turkey guy, so
I'm a big turkey guy. Love turkey.
That's fair. I mean, listen, I'm in the minority here. I know. I love me some salami though.
You know what my favorite thing is? I was wearing my groomsmen from Dom's wedding the other day. Dom, most underrated thing at your wedding, that grilled cheese bar. I put that thing up for 25 minutes straight and just waited for it to break. I just stood there with a plate and just kept taking.
To be honest with you, I don't even know if I got one.
Dude, I hammered whatever you guys paid for that. I probably 90%.
The ice cream bar was my favorite.
Yeah, that was
solid.
Yeah.
That was solid. I guess we can kind of get out of here, right? Because there's not really else to talk about. Do you guys want to talk about anything else? So I wanted to talk about this Harden rumor, but I guess we can kind of save that till next week. Unless Chris, you're not going to be here next week. Do you have any thoughts?
I'm not. I think it's something that has to be done. I'm not happy about it, but I think it has to be done.
Yep.
But I've been hearing different things too. That one person says that he's going to opt in, and another person says he's not. He's going to take less money.
What I heard was he's opting into the $47 million a year player option, and that they're expected to extend him beyond that in a shorter term 2 to 3 year deal.
Okay.
That's the rumor.
Maybe that's what I saw then.
Yeah.
I got them confused.
Yeah, but apparently they're not signing him to any sort of long-term deal. He's going to opt in, and then they're going to extend him 2 or 3 years beyond that.
You need to trade. You need to trade. You need to get rid of some contracts.
Who's the odd man out? Tobias?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'd say so.
Because I guess we could go on the whole thing about the Sixers, but I still think he's an effective player, just not at that number.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the number. I'm not going to say the number doesn't matter.
I was going to say not. Maybe he is an effective player at that number, just not on this team.
When Maxey and Harden are just having an off night, I mean, it just so happens that he has the off night too, and it's you kind of need a guy to look. Yeah, 18 and 8 is not bad for your fourth guy. It's great.
And I know a lot of people were down on him, but it makes it harder to move him when he was probably their best player in the playoffs. He was great.
Yeah, most consistent offensively and defensively. Especially in the second round. But yeah, I don't know. I think he's the odd man out. I don't know. And then you get this whole like KD. Oh, there you go, Toby for KD.
Who says no? Yep.
There's that whole thing going around too right now. So
What's that? Is he out?
well, apparently Kyrie. They're considering trading Kyrie, and then now KD is like. There's some rumors that he might want to move on and go somewhere else.
They're just a bunch of losers. It's fine.
I wouldn't say KD's a loser.
Nah, he's not a loser, but he's not a winner. I mean, I know he's won, but he's not a winner.
Nah, yeah. Okay.
It's
tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I don't know.
I hate Kevin Durant too. I hate a lot of NBA players.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I don't know. It's a tough situation because like, listen, again, we're gonna get into this. I mean, we're already way too far in.
Weird, Mike, that you hate these goats, but like, don't you love Connor McDavid?
Whoa! What do you mean?
Wow. Oh, wait, hold on. Also, the fucking guy sitting here saying, "What is the NBA? They have to have fucking 4 nights off in a row," which hockey just had 3 nights off.
It was 2 nights off.
Okay, 2 nights. God forbid the NBA does more than one.
Which is very, very rare for Stanley Cup. My guess, the reason they did that is for TV rights. They wanted people to watch it on Saturday night.
Hockey has the excuse, but
NBA
doesn't.
But you love these guys.
McDavid's great. McDavid's great.
But so's KD. KD is great.
Right.
Yeah, I hate his off the court.
KD has done way more in basketball than McDavid's done in hockey.
But Durant's he's fighting with 12-year-old online behind fake burner.
That has
accounts.
nothing to do with
the dude's a loser.
That was Kyrie.
Durant did it too.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he did back 5-6 years ago. He was fighting with like a 12-year-old online.
Oh yeah. No, he's a
burner
total lunatic. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Total lunatic. But
these
on the court,
these NBA players, they all have giant rabbit ears.
But it doesn't matter what he does off the court when he's on.
That's why I hate him.
As long as he
off the court,
kill people.
Nah, people still like OJ.
Oh yeah.
Well, OJ didn't technically kill him.
Allegedly,
technically didn't do it.
That's not true. He didn't get caught for doing it.
Well,
it doesn't mean he didn't do it.
Wow.
Where did this go?
I don't know. You guys ready to get out of here?
I love KD. I don't know.
Do you? I hate. KD.
I love.
I love somebody that you guys both hate, so we're not even.
LeBron.
I love LeBron.
Oh my God! Please, can we X out of this now? Oh my God!
LeBron.
Leave him in Italy. Leave him in Italy.
Yep. Can we set that up? Can your wife just leave you there?
Hold on. We're trying to wrap this up, but I gotta hear this. How did I not know this? I've known you for like fucking 12 years.
Does this just have to do with basketball? Yeah, like all the other stuff doesn't matter.
Basketball.
Okay.
Just basketball. Purely basketball.
He's not the GOAT.
See, the NBA players put themselves like such in like the mainstream world of like being so self-important, and so like I can't separate the outside of basketball with the sport of basketball.
I am baffled.
The dude does that I Promise Academy. Like that dude. Like that's pretty.
He's a great guy.
Stuff. That's like, I don't know.
Little pussy on the court. He's a great guy.
Oh, these rules that LeBron is utilizing. I'm not gonna get. This will be a text war between me and you tomorrow.
Oh my God!
I'll text you.
You better buy Wi-Fi on the plane.
I will. I'll text you this morning when I wake up.
Oh my God!
These rules that LeBron's playing against or for that he utilizes came into place because of Jordan. True or false? True or false? The rules.
Explain that.
Sorry,
I'm still trying to wrap this around my head.
Hold on. I wasn't paying attention. Did you just say LeBron's better than Jordan? Is that what you just said?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
Never said
sorry,
that.
Sorry.
I said the rules, like the fouls that these players get called today, came into place because of Michael Jordan. True or false?
I would say false.
Well, it depends. It depends. What rules are we talking about?
Like the driving to the lane and the little touch on the arm. Okay,
You're not as physical.
Because like half the rules came because of Wilt. Like they made half the rules.
Michael Jordan driving to the lane, getting tapped, and going to the line. Midway through his career,
but he
not
did
at the beginning. Not at the beginning when they're playing Detroit, but later in the Chicago Bulls.
Dude, I was watching The Last Dance yesterday. Actually, dude, the Utah series, the second finals against Utah, he was getting fucking manhandled, and they didn't call anything.
What year was that?
97, 98?
Okay. All I know is that these rules are in place are because of Michael Jordan. he got the rules in place. LeBron.
I don't know if I agree.
Which
I don't know if I agree.
Whether
I think they wanted high scoring basketball. Like, I don't think it has anything to do.
LeBron's just smart enough to utilize them to his own.
I don't know. I just don't like a guy that when he went, like, especially when he went to Miami, like, I just don't like a guy that give me the ball with 2 minutes left. I'm gonna run up the court. I'm the greatest fucking athlete of all time. I'm gonna get to the rim, and then as soon as I get to the rim, instead of just slamming it, I'm just gonna pass it out for a guy to miss. Like, I don't see it. I don't personally. I understand why people feel that way. You might feel that way. I just don't see it. I get it. I do. He's the greatest athlete of all time. He's a specimen, 100%. The greatest athlete of all time.
Okay.
I mean, people are gonna talk about soccer players, but easily the greatest, easily the greatest athlete of all time. I get it, but
Greatest athlete. Hear his name in the mud outside of basketball.
Oh God.
I hear you, but he's also the jerk off who in high school he's like, oh, I have nothing, but he's making millions in high school. He's making millions.
Dom, when you're coming from poor Akron, and then these people,
I got you, but we also don't talk about. I'm sorry, go ahead. You're talking.
No, you're good. You're good. When you come from,
no, go ahead. I thought you were done. I'm sorry.
When you come from these types of areas and you get a little bit of cash in your pocket, your first thing is to go out there. What did he buy? A car? He bought a
right. No. I don't have. You can ask Mike. I don't have a problem with. I don't necessarily have a problem with the guy. I just don't think the player is the greatest thing of all time.
I'm the complete opposite.
He's not.
I respect what he does in the court. I hate him. I just hate his phony self-importance, like I'm the best person to walk the face of the earth attitude.
Listen, if you're not going to do it for yourself, who's going to do it for you, Mike?
For sure.
The entire world.
No.
He had to build that up. He had to build his. I'm sure he's not like that all the time.
He's a great player. He's probably the third best player of all time in my eyes. But like
second,
I take Kobe every single day.
Will you?
Yeah.
I think Kobe's like 4 on my list.
Okay, that's fair. He is everything that he like everything that he's done is because of him. He's worked hard. I get it. You know, but like we also don't talk about how the fact that like Jordan went to what 2 national championships. How many does he have? 1 or 2 national championships. He played 4 years in college.
Yeah,
he went 6 for 6. Look at LeBron's record. What's he got? 5 or 4? What does he have? I don't even know.
4.
Okay, so he's got 2 in Miami, and 2 in Cleveland.
I don't agree with
or 1 in Cleveland and 1 in
I don't agree with the LeBron is better than Jordan argument. But like, if you're talking about them as professional basketball player, what does college national championship have to do with anything?
Because you get into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Like essentially like Carmelo's a great player.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be a strike against LeBron. And I can't believe I'm having a LeBron.
But it's a strike against Jordan.
What's
it's a strike? So the fact that LeBron just passed Jordan and he's or just passed Kareem for the most points ever and blah. He's been playing since he was 18. Jordan came out of the league at 22, went 6 for 6. Like
isn't that more impressive that LeBron was doing it at 18 over 22?
Because LeBron's a specimen of a human. I mean,
okay, but I'm just saying, isn't that more impressive?
But he didn't do anything until he was 28. He's not. When did he win his first championship?
It doesn't matter when.
Are you? I don't think. I can't believe I'm having this argument. I hate this fucking argument.
He took that Cleveland.
It was 08. And then he lost to Dwight Howard the year after.
When he took that team on his back with
that's probably the most impressive thing he's ever done was take that team to the finals. His second best player was Gauskas or whatever the fuck his name was. I mean, listen, that was great. It was even crazier when it's even crazier he brought that team to a finals. It's more crazy than the team that he won with in Cleveland because he had Kyrie and Kevin Love.
Yeah,
but like. I don't know. I think it's more impressive that the fact that like people just don't talk about like how Michael has national championship and he did it in less years. Like, and he retired for 3 or for how many years? A year and a half.
2, yeah.
LeBron didn't do any. LeBron didn't win a thing until he was 28.
I'm not saying that Jordan. I'm not having that debate. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I got you.
I'm saying that you guys hate him, both of you, and I just think that he is a much better. I think he's a likable guy.
If
I don't mind
you
him.
gave me a chance to say 10 words about LeBron, I don't think I would ever stumble on the word likable.
I don't mind
That's
the
just
guy.
me. I don't like him. I don't like him.
I don't mind the guy. I just don't love the player.
I've never heard that argument. That's a new argument, Tom.
Yeah, I've said that forever though. Like off the court, I think he does some really good things. Like he's a great father. He doesn't cheat on his
that we know. I mean,
yeah. I mean, there were some Rihanna speculations, but nothing that we know of. Listen, he seems like a great guy. He's a great dad, a great husband. He's never been in trouble, but like, I don't know. I just don't think he has the kahunas. I don't.
Played in Space Jam.
What'd you say?
Awful movie.
Played in Space Jam.
Yeah,
terrible movie.
The best thing
awful.
LeBron ever did in his career was produce Hustle.
Yeah, Hustle. Yeah.
Honestly, he was pretty good in Trainwreck. I will say that.
I loathe Amy Schumer. So
it was a good movie though, and Bill Hader's hilarious.
Like the first 5 minutes are her and John Cena having sex, right?
Yeah. John Cena's teeing off on her.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yep.
Pass. I don't know what I would hate to see more: John Cena having sex or Amy Schumer having sex.
Which one you'd rather see? Less?
And they're doing it together. Yeah. So
they are. Yeah. I think I'd rather see John Cena, to be honest with you.
That's how Pete Davidson got on SNL, by the way.
By having sex with Amy Schumer?
No.
Okay.
With Lorne Michaels. No. He was on. He does a scene or whatever. I'm gonna try to get this out real quick. He does a scene in the movie. I guess I've never seen it. He's in it for 5 minutes. Meets Bill Hader. Bill Hader. He's like, "Wow, you're hilarious." And the next day, he gets a phone call from Lorne Michaels.
Really?
And said, "Bill Hader just recommended you." He said I talked to Bill Hader for 5 minutes and. He thought I was the funniest guy in the world.
That's clever, Chip. Yep, Chip. I don't know if you watched earlier, but you won the shirt. So congrats. I'll DM you.
We'll send that out
after the show. Yep. But so you guys ready to get out of here? We've been all long.
We're good. I'll be in Italy next week.
All right, sounds good. We're gonna get out of here. Again, if you're listening, like us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Go listen on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And we're going to get out of here. We'll see you next Monday.